Berto what the next choice for last Mayweather fight? If the answer is no, will you prepare for Mayweather fight?
You mean with Berto?
Yeah.
I think it could be an interesting fight, you know, but, you know, right now everybody's talking about, because Floyd Mayweather needs another fight, one more fight, the 50th fight. But you got to realize, too, that this guy is not a heavyweight like a Marciano. If it was 50 fights in the heavyweight division, I believe that would be the story and that would make history. I don't think because Mayweather wins this 50th fight or whatever, it's going to be the same as if he was a heavyweight.
Chad, I was going to ask you, did you ever think back when you were fighting, you know, 9 or 10 of your first pro fights back in the, I'm not sure if it's named after Rocky Marciano or not, but the gym in Brockton High School, and you know, your second year pro, fighting about 12, 13 times, fighting 3 times in a month, going down all them wars with, you know, Bad Benny Briscoe and Blue Watch, some guys in the Blue, or not Blue Horizon in the Spectrum. What, I mean, did you ever, was that something driving your mind that you wanted to get just this recognition to be here, well, in the
That's probably the next thing that I think that should happen for me is probably having a statue out of my city of Brockton, because it's the city of champions.
That's
we
right.
got two champions that came out of there. And following under Rocky Marciano's shadow in the beginning by coming out of Brockton wasn't easy for me. You know, plus the fact that he was white. The second is that he was a heavyweight. You know, here I was black, and plus I'm a middleweight. You know, and not trying to have the style of a Marciano. You know what I mean? Because Marciano was a banger, and you know, he wasn't that tall, but you know, he had a big heart and he worked hard. You know what I mean? So I did pick up a little bit of that sense in the beginning of my career that helped me to win those fights, like the Philadelphia fights and things like that. You know, so
yeah.
Great.
5 more minutes, guys.
In 1980, you beat Elementary to get the WBC, WBA titles. Have you been back to the UK and looking back on that experience, seeing how everyone, you know, there was a big riot after the fight.
Right.
Looking back on that, what were your thoughts? What are your
Well, my
thoughts?
thought is because, you know, now I go back and forth and I'm doing a lot of sports dinner shows and things like that in England. And I do speak about that once in a while, you know, that the way I look at it is that it was only a handful of people that basically made the whole country look bad, you know, and they've been very apologetic to me ever since, from them throwing bottles and everything. And it's so funny is that they said, no, we wasn't throwing at you, we was throwing at Elemental. I didn't see no bottles. You know, and then it was, you know, here I was the only champion. You wait for that day when you win the fight that you can raise your hand up and you receive the belt, you know, I mean, wow. And so that was taken away from me. Also behind the fact that I never had a chance to put the belt around my waist at that time like every other champion. Every time I see another champion that they had the opportunity to put that belt around, to raise his hand up, it's a great feeling, and I was denied that. So.
You know, the 25th year anniversary is in September, so it's been...
What's that?
Since that experience, 25 years in September.
No, it's more than that. Yeah, it's like 35 almost.
35?
Yeah, 1980, right?
Oh, that's right. Hello, my math. 35.
Yeah, but
yeah.
You know, I've seen
35th
Elemental too, you know, and we speak sometimes too, so, and he's been very apologetic to me about how his fans acted. But you remember, I think after that fight, the American fighters at that time wouldn't go to England to fight because they see what happened to me on television, so it was a bad feeling.